What's up, Dad? It's
Fire with
Thursday.
Dad, baby.
Again, you interrupted. I gotta
I'm
say,
sorry.
it's Thursday.
Fire with Dad, baby.
Where's the whip?
Whoop.
We'll be back in a second. Let's be honest. Is it going to take 7-8 years of this for you to finally get the cadence down?
I would imagine it probably take my rest of my life.
Because this is about 4 years.
Well, I'm impulsive. I just do whatever comes natural, baby.
And how there's ED, you've got MD, you've got microphone dysfunction, you've got premature Fire with Dad
Dysfunction.
Okay, so I got some notes because I think we're better when we have notes.
Oh, we got notes. Hello.
Yeah,
Let's follow
so-
the agenda, baby.
So I got a couple stories.
All right.
So I don't know what brought it up, but I was at Rising Star yesterday. We were filming content there for. Look how big I am compared to you. I am
you're
gigantic.
Well, wait till you're my age. You'll be
Look
smaller
at
than me.
that. I feel like I'm Shaq.
Shaq.
I'm Shaq and you're Steve Kerr.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Steve Kerr could drain him.
And guess who's in the finals? Steve Kerr.
No.
Yeah,
His
the
team is in the
Warriors.
finals.
Well, that's
He's a
him.
coach. Coach has to have a team.
Steve Kerr. Okay.
He's the coach.
Okay. I'm talking about Curry.
Curry, yeah. Okay, we're going to go on to the story. So we're at the casinos yesterday with Rising Star. You said something when I got back, and it reminded me of this. So I got a couple stories. And again, I'll get your interaction.
You only got a couple stories? How many times do you think we were in Vegas?
Oh, we've been to Vegas, Shreveport, Atlantic City hundreds of times. Because to put it in perspective, Fire with Dad fans, when we were at our peak at the boat dealership, we had 17 vendors. And the way the vendors got you to come to their shows was either have them at, for whatever reason, Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, or have them at casinos.
Or at Shreveport or New Orleans or Vegas. We
Yeah,
were in
so-
Vegas about every 8 weeks.
Anyway, so we got flown to Vegas, Shreveport, Atlantic City all the time. And so we'd be out there. So some of my fond memories. So
We had some fond memories of
one,
Vegas.
one of my fondest is Atlantic City. This is a view.
Oh.
So we're at
I
Atlantic.
forgot about that one. Yeah.
Is this you don't even know what I'm trying to talk about?
I got a pretty good idea.
Give me a hint.
It's about the guy that was cheating.
Yeah. So we're at the blackjack table, and I got Dad is to my right, I'm in the middle, Sam's to my left. And by the way, I was crushing those hot chocolates that night. So if you know me, you know I don't drink. And so my vice is typically I try to avoid soda when I'm drinking mass. So for some reason I think sugar-free Red Bull and hot chocolate is better. So I was pounding hot chocolate since we were at I think we were at Trump's Casino.
We were at Trump's Casino.
Trump's Casino. So we're there, we're gambling. And for whatever dumbass reason, you're sitting here and you've got your chips like a foot to your right.
Not really.
Oh,
They were supposed to be where they were
Way
supposed
off.
to be.
And so I look at you, I go, Dad, move your chips. Because as you'll find, if your dad's not older yet, you'll find you become the adult. I've become somehow.
Who's the adult in the room? Yeah.
Somehow I've become the adult. Well,
Thank God.
and so I'm like,
I don't like being
I'm
an
like,
adult.
Dad, move your chips in front of you. You're like, oh, I'm good. I'm like, they're over there. Somebody's gonna steal them. Nobody's gonna touch my damn chips. You know what I would do to them. So I'm sitting there. This guy walks up right next to you,
He starts playing.
grabs a stack of your chips, and starts gambling. The dealer deals him in, gives him a hand. He loses his hand at blackjack, and the dealer stops because I look at the dealer, he looks at me, and you have no clue what's going on. And the dealer looks at me, and he looks at the guy, and he goes, "Sir, you're going to give him his $125?" He's like, "What are you talking about? You just took his chips." And you're like, "You took my chips?" And I'm like, "I told you it was going to happen."
It's like 100. I had a stack of 5 chips. He played with my 5 chips.
Like, yeah. So he like 25s, I think. He grabbed them. And the guy's like, "I don't talk about." The guy's like, "You got 2 choices. You can go out of here in cuffs, or you can just be escorted out nicely."
Or you can give him his $125 bucks.
And so the guy took the $125 and they had security take him out the casino. And of course, I look over, I'm like, "Told you." Like, "Oh, I didn't see it happen. What was going on?" So that's the first story. What is your defense there? What is your rebuttal, or what do you remember?
I thought I had him in front of me. I was just engrossed in the game because I was winning.
You didn't win that hand.
Well, I was winning until I was 125 down on that guy.
What I
Hello.
thought was funny was the dealer. I don't know.
The
etiquette.
dealer's the one that saw
I
it.
should have asked the guys from Rising Star because we actually did a video yesterday on a behind the scenes tutorial on blackjack. I should have asked them about like, is the dealer supposed to even deal? Like, if you see that happening, do you stop? But on a different note, so we're shooting blackjack here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I wonder because they have the eyes in the sky.
Eyes in the
I wonder if the eyes in the sky
Said something to him.
Said something to the dealers.
I
Hey,
don't
by
know.
the way, the guy's stealing the guy's chips.
Yeah. So another thing. So yesterday, you'll love this. So a month ago we shot. And by the way, if you don't follow Rising Star Casino
You oughta.
on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube,
Cha-ching, baby.
follow them. We've got some stuff we're shooting with Deep Work Studios, another division of our company where we film with a couple companies and help them tell their story. Rising Star Casino, the restaurants, the golf course, one of our clients. So about a month ago, we're out there and we're filming craps because one of the things we're doing each month is I go out there and they teach me a game. Craps, I suck
Thanks
at.
for inviting me how to teach a game.
Okay, you'll go. We're gonna
I
go.
probably could teach
We're
you.
gonna go in a couple weeks and do roulette.
Ooh, cha-ching, I
And
love
so you
roulette.
can go. So we went out there and craps, I won. Like I'm crushing it. And it's obviously not rigged, you're just throwing the dice. So blackjack yesterday, we get out there and he's like, hey, let's just do this. We'll deal the cards and we'll just play a whole shoe and see what comes out of it. And then if we need to stack the deck for purposes of showing what opportunities are, we will. Well, oddly enough, in that whole time, I never got a blackjack, but I had one time where I got 5 9s. And the dealer had like a 4 showing. So he's like, do I split? And he's like, well, you can. I'm like, well, my dad always told me not to split a winner. And it was 18. And so I split it. Then I got another 9. And Logan's sitting there. He's like, you don't split. And he's filming. I split. I had 5 9s out of nowhere, out of shoe that was shuffled very good. I end up losing 4 of the 5 and pushing one of them. And I'm like, damn it.
Oh, listen to Dad. He knows.
Okay. So the second story is actually kind of a casino story. It's our flight to the casino. So we were flying to Shreveport, Louisiana, which went through, I think, Dallas, Texas. And so we had to get on one of those little American Airlines
Mickey Mouse jets.
smaller jets, like a 30, 40, 50 seater. And you don't like flying.
Nope.
Do you
I
like
hate
flying
flying.
now? Okay,
I hate
I
flying.
know you didn't like flying then. We get on the jet. And I'll put it in perspective. It's a full jet. It's a small jet. We get up. We're flying along, and it's quiet. You can hear everything.
Only about 35 people on board.
We hit some turbulence. And what do you yell out?
We're going down. We're going down. I'm gonna die.
Literally yells, we're going down. To the tune of some guy turning around and going, it's called turbulence, jackass. Then, and I don't know if you remember this part or not, but we get to Shreveport and we get on a prop plane. The prop
Oh,
plane,
I remember that.
middle of summer, Dallas, Texas, air conditions broke. I'm between this fella, who is not the smallest gentleman, not the biggest, and I'm next to a guy that could probably eat you. In between you two guys, that dude fell asleep on me, and it's 100 degrees in a damn plane in Dallas, Texas, going to Shreveport. So that was a fun
Well,
trip.
thank God we were only on it for a little bit.
So then my last, do you have any stories about
What?
Vegas? Clean
Vegas?
or clean ones?
The best one and I always bring this up when Sam's around was the day that we were playing. We were at I think it was it Harris? Yeah, Harris. And we went across the street to get something.
Oh
to
my
eat.
gosh, those hot dogs. I forgot about those.
We're sitting there, and these hot dogs. I mean, they're literally
They were
this big around and about
3/4 pound. They were 3/4 pound.
They're about almost a foot long.
No, I think they were 18 inches.
So they were long. And this guy had stacked all kinds of garbage on it. And we sit there and we each you and I got one and Sam got one. Well, I could only eat half and you could only eat half. Well, I look over at Sam. Sam's devoured his. He then takes Matt's and eats his and eats mine. So if Sam devours 2 of them, we devoured one, half.
And I want you to envision I want to say they were 18
They were
inches,
this big around.
and they were that big. And it was a chili cheese dog. And we went there the first day. We weren't staying at Harrah's.
It was across the street.
David Schlotter's called Schlotter. 3:00, baby. It's Thursday. My marketing director knows that we have Fire with Dad.
Fire with Dad.
Let's put Schlotter on the call. Hey, David, what happens every Thursday around 3:00?
Fire with Dad.
Fire with Dad, baby.
Well, you're on live right now. Are you calling into the show? Is this a call-in?
Calling into the show. I'm a live caller. What's going on?
Live caller. Where
Live
are you
caller.
from? You're supposed to say like first time, long time?
First time caller.
Yeah, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm a longtime listener. I listen to you guys every single week, and I want to know if I won the $1,000 gift card.
You actually won the contest where you give me a $1,000 gift card.
And you take me out for lunch.
You got to take him out for
I
lunch.
read the fine print.
Yep. Yeah, I'll call you when we're off the air.
All right.
See ya. So It was Slots of Fun was the name of the place, and it was across from the Riviera.
The Riviera. You're
Because
right.
Riviera got torn out. I think it's a convention center now, but we were at the Riviera and we walked across. We get it one day.
Actually, I think what it is now, I think that's where Steve Wynn's place is at.
I don't know. So
Okay.
we walk across the street and we get this one time. Well, it was actually pretty damn good.
Oh,
So then-
food was phenomenal.
So then we go, and it was only like $4. So who knows what was actually in it. So then we go back the next day. We're there for 7. That was the trip we went to Vegas for 7 days. Note to self, never go to Vegas for 7 days. So side story on that in a second. But we walk across the street the second day, and there's literally people like, hey, there's the guy. That guy ate 2 of them. And so like Sam was like this eating champ because people had seen him. Well, we ended up going there like 4 or 5 days in a row.
Well, food was fantastic.
So we get invited. We're on this group called the Symposium 20. It was the top 20 Yamaha motor dealer groups in the entire country for outboard motors and jet skis and jet boats. And to put it in perspective, I think there were 2,800 dealers and we were number 3. And so we were doing some volume and they flew us places. But the Symposium 20 was where they would fly you out and say, we're going to meet for 5 days, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to have dinner every night. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get a shitload of work done, but we're going to be there and brainstorm what you're doing that's successful. This is how I started teaching social media back in 2004 or 5, what is now social media. It was chat rooms back then. And they started having us teach these things. We'd come up with a guide. Well, anyways, they had told us that, hey, this event is Monday through Friday, like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. plus dinner. So we're like, man, we're not going to have any time to gamble. Let's fly out Saturday before and then fly home the Sunday after that. We have some days. Well, the first day we're there, it's like 1:30. They're like, okay, we're done for the day.
We're done.
We'll see you at night. We're like, well, what? Like, yeah, we're done. Like, we'll see you tonight, like 7 o'clock for dinner. We're like, you shitting me? And so they did this every day.
Well, it ended up though, half the time, all they did was pick our brains.
Yeah.
And they were asking us how we did things.
that was
and
that was the concept.
I know, but I'm saying we were basically running the show.
That was the idea.
Well, I
Did
know.
you miss the whole idea what we were there for?
Well, I thought there was supposed to be a symposium where they talked to everybody, but everybody was listening to us.
Oh, you're saying us.
Yeah.
Us because of me and you were the damn dream team, brother.
Ching baby.
Ching, baby.
Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman.
So are you Rodman? Because you are pretty fugly. So we end up getting out every day at like 1:30. And so now we're there 1:30 till like 7 o'clock for dinner. So we had plenty of time to gamble. And then we have dinner. We had gamble after that. Then we're there Saturday and Sunday before and after. It was a disaster. By Thursday, I didn't want to gamble. I was done.
Remember the one night we decided we were trying to hit every casino.
Yeah. We rented a limo.
We rented a limo. We went to like 20 casinos that night.
We got so bored that we rented a limo. That's the night we got kicked out of Binion's. So we rented a limo. We had like 7 of us, and the one guy had way too much money. And we rented a limo. We're like, hey, this is the easiest way to get around town. And we just went casino to casino. I want to see how many casinos we could go to. And we were up all night. Well, this guy, he says, I got a frucking flush. So fruck, F-R, didn't say anything bad. Sorry, Mom. Flush. And the lady goes, excuse me, sir. And this was like the year when Vegas was what happened. You can do anything, family-friendly Vegas.
That's right. But what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
No, that hadn't happened yet.
That's
That's
okay.
bad Vegas. And
It's
so,
right, family friendly.
Yeah,
That's right.
family
When
friendly.
Circus was in its prime.
And so we're in Binion's, and she's like, excuse me, you can't say that. And we're like, what? What you just said? And a frucking flush? And she's like, yes.
And you're out of here.
She goes, you're out of here for saying it again. And so then at this point, the guy we're with starts rattling off every cuss word you can imagine. And we're laughing because he's hammered. And
We're all kicked out.
I look at this lady, I said, let me get this right. I can go next door to a strip club. I can go down the street and get a hooker legally. I can lose my entire family's money here.
But you can't
But
say a
you
bad
can't
word.
say a fake cuss word.
Nope. No
you're-
fake cuss words.
You're out of here. So
no fake cuss words.
So we got kicked out of Binion's. Then that's the night we got in the limo, and I think that was pretty late. We got taken to wherever we were staying, and the guy gets out of the limo, and for whatever dumbass reason, he was counting his money on the back seat of the limo. He had like $3,000 or $4,000. I guess he laid it there, got out of the limo,
and left it there.
the limo takes off, and he goes, oh shit, I had actually said something to him like, dude, put your money away. And the limo drives away. He calls the limo. I go, dude,
You ain't seeing that money again.
Your money doesn't
Oh,
exist.
nice tip.
So he calls the guy. The guy's like, no, there was no money back to the limo.
Nice tip.
So that was that story. Let's see what else I got here on my list. Oh, and then the last one I had on here was Caesars. So we go there for Airstream Airstream's dealer meeting. And if you've ever been to Caesars, that's a huge hotel. So we're down there where Alan from The Hangover was checking to see if they had pager friendly service or if they had a cell phone or what they call it, a phone bank. So we're down at that front desk. And right when we get there, Airstream checks you in and they give you a magnetic name badge because they didn't want you to have pins in your shirt. Give you a magnetic name badge. So we get our magnetic name badge and we get our checked into the hotel. We get our keys and we're staying at the complete other end of Susan. It's got to be a 1.5 mile, 2 mile walk.
It's a gigantic place.
So we hang out all night. We gamble. We have a good time. And it's like 3 a.m. and we go walking to the room. We get to our room and the room keys don't work. Remember this? The room keys don't work. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And so he's destroyed. I'm not walking back down to the front desk. So he sits on the floor at the door, ends up falling asleep on the door. I walk all the way back down to the front, me and Sam. We get new keys. They're like, oh, yeah, you guys are like the 20th person to come back. I'm like, why? What happened? You have them in the pocket with that magnetic name badge Airstream gave you. It erases the key.
Hello.
And so the next morning at breakfast, everybody was pissed off at Airstream for the magnetic name badges because we all had to walk back to the front desk, which is a mile away. So,
Cha-ching.
cha-ching, that's Fire with Dad.
Fire.
Fire with Dad, baby. That's
Fire
all
with
we
Dad,
got.
baby.
We're out of
Cha-ching.
here. Vegas style.